Mitsubishi could be leaving the United States market after almost 40 years of American business, and the Japanese automaker's European future is on shaky ground as well. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the recent takeaways from the Mitsubishi shareholders meeting and what it means for the future of the Japanese auto company. Welcome back to the channel Luxurious Fleet. My name is Kirk if you are new here, and I cover everything about Japanese autos, so make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Now before we head over to the doom and gloom stuff, Mitsubishi is actually making some noteworthy positive changes for the North American market. And you can too by smashing the like button. Alright, over at Mitsubishi's media page, Mitsubishi News and Notes from June 2020. Mitsubishi Motors North America names Yoichi Yokozawa president and CEO. And this happened in late March. On and off, he's been with Mitsubishi starting in 1998. He's only 55, so he's got a lot of good years left in him. He's held financial positions, strategic planning positions. He's worked with, of course, Nissan in marketing and sales operations as well. And he was actually the president and CEO for the company from 2011 to 2014. So he's just resuming his role. They're like, gosh, this guy did a pretty good job during those years. We need him back. We're suffering. We need some help. Now, also in a positive light, and construction of the Mitsubishi North American headquarters in Franklin, Tennessee is now complete. They relocated from California to Tennessee, and that's something that pretty much all the automakers are doing. Back in the day, they set up headquarters in California. That was a place to be, but with all the taxing and things like that there, business regulations. Most of you probably know Toyota's headquarters is in Plano, Texas. And then we see here that Mitsubishi has moved out as well. However, the company continues to wait until a 14-day downward trend in the coronavirus cases is achieved for beginning a comprehensive phased return to the workplace for both headquarters and regional staff. So here's a little glimmer of hope for the brand, which we're going to shut it down in a little bit. But here we go. The permanent office space is the most tangible demonstration of Mitsubishi's ongoing plan to reinvigorate its presence and vehicle offerings in the United States marketplace. Nice little foyer area here with the libraries on the wall. This headquarters looks very low budget to me, and they don't have a lot of budget to work with. Keep that in mind. The ceilings are minimalistic, and it's kind of cool to do that nowadays. Just fireproof the ceilings and color code it to make it look like the walls, for example. And there's plenty of mid-century modern-esque furniture for you guys to hang out in. With social distancing, of course. And it seems to be the only living creatures until this coronavirus thing is over, seems to be the potted plants on the cabinets. Okay, and at Automotive News, we get tons of over at Automotive News, we get tons of juicy information about the uncertain future for Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi signals it may pull back in the United States. And then here's the shareholders meeting, and they're all socially distanced. There are only 30 people allowed, and they're all wearing masks, of course. CEO Takao Kato says the Japanese automaker's new strategy will focus less on huge global markets where the brand is merely an also-ran. Kato said the automaker will dial down business in mega markets such as Europe and China. He didn't mention North America or the United States by name, but the company later confirmed that it indeed considers the US a mega market. So there you have it. United States, it's not confirmed, but strong chance that Mitsubishi is going to be pulling out, which is kind of sad. They just, freaking shifted across the country, their headquarters, but that might be very short-lived. Even though we increased sales volume in the mega markets, we have not achieved the level of profit we expected. We aim to increase sales in the regions where we can offer our core products. We will gradually reduce our commitment to the mega markets. So we'll be doubling down in Southeast Asia and Oceania. Those are its two strongest markets. And we'll also divert more R&D resources in the kinds of vehicles that are popular there, not here in America. So they're going to be making pickups, SUVs, and people mover vans, which of course they make SUVs here in America, but no pickups and no vans. So their research and development, not only is it shrinking, as we'll find out in a second, but it's going towards vehicles that they don't really sell here in the States. So they're a part of an agreement with Renault and Nissan. Renault's going to take over Europe. Nissan's going to take over, I believe, China and the United States. And then you have Mitsubishi to take over Southeast Asia and Oceania. In the fiscal year that ended at the end of March, Mitsubishi's volume in North America fell 8% to just 160,000 vehicles, while its Europe volume declined 9% to 215,000. Southeast Asia sales even dropped as well, 9%, but still topped the regional ranking at 290,000 units. So there are going to be massive cuts for the top level executives for the company, and that makes sense if you're trying to have the company survive. The top level executives need to at least pretend that they're trying. You know, take their 20 million a year salary, reduce it to 10 million a year, and get no dividends from that as well. But one shareholder took issue with the executive pay cuts announced this year. The investor suggested Mitsubishi should mitigate the cutbacks so executives would have more cash to spend to help stimulate the Japanese economy, still reeling from the pandemic slowdown. Greed, man, that's all I can say. Kato stood up for the rest of them. I think we all need to share the pain. He noted workers took a 10% cut when Mitsubishi suspended the output of Japanese plants of slumping demand. But the cost cutting doesn't stop there. Mitsubishi aims to cut global fixed costs by 20%. We will start implementing these cost reduction measures as soon as possible. We will cut costs on a variety of areas, including capital expenditure, R&D, advertisement, indirect labor, and general expenses to reduce fixed costs. Doesn't look good for Mitsubishi as a worldwide company. If they just really reduce, belt tighten is what they said, and just focus on the markets they do the best at, that would make the most sense for me. They don't need to be here in America for the survival of the company. Maybe they can return in the future, but that wouldn't look good. Shoot, I think Fiat tried that, right? And that didn't, it's not proving to be so successful. But whenever you cut research and development costs, that's never a good thing because you have to keep up with the competition. If you cannot make better vehicles as time goes on, you're dead in the water. Advertising dollars is funny because a lot of it is wasted. I'm sure research and development dollars are wasted in things that they never use as well, but same thing with advertisement. You can always be smarter with advertisement and be more effective with it. Using YouTubers, things like that, to get your message across is extremely effective. Well, and it also depends on what their target market is. Using YouTubers is very good for teenagers up to maybe people 40 years old or something, and then the demographics really for older clientele really drops off for YouTubers. That's not really Mitsubishi's market. Their market, I would say, largely is going to be younger people with their more budget-minded vehicles. And it traditionally was younger people with their sport options as well, but that's no longer the case. Mitsubishi in America is sadly a shadow of its former self. I mean, in the 90s, we saw some of the most inspiring vehicles from the Japanese automaker, such as all-wheel drive turbo Mitsubishi Eclipse TSX. We had the supercar eater, the 3000 GT VR4. Heck, even the Mitsubishi Montero or the Pajero Worldwide is cooler than anything that's currently available. And in today's market, I mean, gosh, we're down to the Eclipse being a family crossover. A budget one at that, too. We're not left with even a cent of sportiness left in the brand since the cancellation of the Lancer Evo in 2016. What's next for Mitsubishi here in the States? I mean, the American future is more questionable than ever in this pandemic climate. And their only intriguing model really at this point is that Outlander plug-in hybrid, and that's not even that exciting. And it's definitely not enough to save them here in America if that's all they got. So what does the luxurious fleet see for the future of Mitsubishi here in North America? How many more years at this rate will it take the Japanese automaker to wave the white flag here stateside? I'll see you guys in the comments as always, and I wanted to thank you guys so much for helping my channel grow. We're over 30,000 subscribers now, and I'll be unveiling a membership program in the near future that will give you guys like tons of fun things with badges, emojis, and tons of perk for the luxurious fleet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the comments and in the next video. And until next time, peace out.